Vaas is in Far Cry 6. But why? We already have a game story that's based completely on something totally different, and yet you decide to add Vaas as DLC. You decided to add a whole story that's based on Vaas's perspective during the events of Far Cry 3, and you decide to add that as DLC for Far Cry 6. Why? That's cool for me. I love Vaas. People love Vaas, but he has no place in Far Cry 6. Because this story doesn't revolve around Far Cry 6's story takes place in Cuba and revolves around the fact that a dictator is producing slave labor. So why is Vaas here? Why did they think this was the appropriate time to release something like this? Who greenlit this? See, I love this idea in concept. Like, this is what I've always wanted to see from Vaas. But not now. You're taking away eyes from Far Cry 6 and refocusing them on a game that released almost 10 years ago. I would have at least waited until Far Cry 6 was out of people's minds. Because in concept, this is great. We finally get into the mind of one of the most interesting Far Cry villains of all time. And arguably one of the best video game villains of all time. I'm not sure if this DLC will deal with Vaas's past, or just his perspective during the events of Far Cry 3, but I'm happy to see it either way. I just think attaching it to Far Cry 6 was a bad idea. I just thought the timing was really weird. Oh, and also I gotta mention that title was perfect.